Raven might have died.
No,
Not
Raven says
literally,
they're on
but...
their way.
Oh, okay.
For a while, I wondered if they were coming at all. Because they were silent.
Hmm.
Back at it again with slide 2. There's Raven. So, everybody tuned in?
Don't call it a comeback. It's been here for years. Yeah, sorry. Literally, as Alex called me to be like, "Where are you?" My mom told me to go grab a bunch of shit from her car. On top of also search around the block for our packages, because Amazon said that they dropped them off, but they weren't in front of our house. So I had to
Some
search 3
motherfucker
different
might have
buildings.
stole it!
I searched through 3 different apartment complexes and I finally found them. Because evidently, 39, what have you, the at my address, it looks the same, even though there's like only one number similar out of all of them.
Bruno's high as fuck.
Okay, so last time we left off, we had just finished with Dimitri and gotten the clockwork tail feathers. As it seems, the idea of this game is to collect all the various clockwork parts.
Don't zoom in that close to his face, then we'll see that his eye has a little bit of a triangle in the middle of it on the bottom eyelid.
So let's see who this new guy is. A starry-eyed encounter.
Another clockwork part had surfaced in India, so the boys and I loaded up the van and zeroed in on our next target. A mysterious spice lord known as Rajan. A self-made man who grew up poor on the streets of Calcutta, he started his life of crime selling illegal spices in the black market, eventually growing his small outfit to a sizable operation, and earning himself a seat in the prestigious Claw Gang. He's since crowned himself Lord of the Hills, and while he goes to great lengths to convince others of his royalty, it's mostly to convince himself. True to form, he's holding a lavish ball in his newly purchased ancestral palace. The reason? To show off his latest acquisition, the clockwork wings. The symbol of my enemy. If you saw the wings silhouetted against the night sky, it was already too late for you, especially if your name was Cooper. Rajan believes displaying the wings will bring him prestige, and maybe they will.
Right back.
But they're also bringing me.
Okay.
I'm piecing my glasses back together.
Okay.
I'm here.
Just, starry-eyed encounter. I love these title cards. Bring a lot of character to everything. Do I have loot to sell on the thief net? Nope. I'll leave it as is for now.
Fly, scope out the palace, and then find a way to break into the ballroom. Let's find out who's at this party. jump, the only way across that river is on those conical rocks. Do you remember how to spire jump?
What? You think I forget one of the Cooper family's greatest thief moves? Whenever I'm near pointed objects, I just need to jump and hit the circle button to perform a ninja spire landing.
That's correct. Now let's see it in action.
I'm back.
Hello.
Hi.
Nice little palace town. So we want to break.
Totally not Agrabah.
That's racist.
On the fucking main castle, like the main building there looks exactly like the palace in Agrabah.
That's racist. Just reducing a culture to a fucking Disney movie.
It's on the fucking wiki that it was intentionally designed that way because it's a cartoon.
Alright, he's got you there, Alex.
Okay, that's a different thing. But when you just go and look at like freaking West Asian architecture and say it looks like Agrabah, I'm
That's not
gonna
even
fucking
the
call
same
it.
area. That's India.
Hun, where the fuck do you think India is?
No, I'm saying this is India. Agrabah's supposed to be fucking
Middle
I
East.
forget what it was called.
Actually, the original Aladdin tale came from Western China.
Yes, but that's not the Disney movie.
Okay, where does the Disney movie take place?
Well, Agrabah is supposed to be is supposed to be an acronym for Baghdad, but I don't fucking remember.
What do you mean an anagram? You mean an anagram?
Anagram, that's the word.
Close enough. They're practically the same words.
You understand that
That was the goofiest fight ever.
you understand that Iraq is in Western Asia, right?
Yes, you understand that Iraq is not India as well.
It's still Western architecture, like Western Asian architecture. Anywho, moving on.
We're getting so upset about something that is not even a
Listen.
problem.
When you go,
And I'm the actual Middle Eastern person here.
okay, you got a little bit of Egyptian blood in you. That's not the same. That's
I
North
have more
African.
than you do.
Yeah, it's
Figured
North
out how to
African.
sneak in above the ballroom without
Okay.
being detected. The
Egypt
only
has a
problem
significantly
is
different
there's no way to
architecture.
climb up to that balcony door.
Not a problem.
This
There seem to
this
be
will work
plenty
for
of
now,
branches for me to
but
walk on.
fuck
I'll
me.
figure it out.
So you'll have to get new frames then.
Oh yeah. Yes,
Wait, Dylan, you have glasses?
Yes, I have glasses.
We consistently forget, and
Because it's consistently never brought up.
yeah, and I believe Dylan, you said you accidentally sat on them.
Yes. The arms broke clean off. Nothing else happened, but the arms broke clean off.
Easy does it, Sly. Just don't go out on
Roll
that
a tape
balcony
at the
and
joint.
You should remain undetected.
Electrical tape. Yes.
Well, at least you know it'll
Looks like the
hold.
wings have
Electrical
been
tape is pretty
welded
fucking
onto
sturdy.
that statue. They look heavy. Getting the wings out of here will be a real challenge. An electronic witch. That could be useful. That's him. Rajan's really pulled out all the stops to impress people with this party. Maybe you should get some shots of the guests.
Fuck.
Jean Bisson, a member of the Claw Gang and Canadian shipping baron. He owns half the trains in Canada.
hard to see anything from in here. Why are they like guests?
That's the Contessa, a high-ranking prison warden for Interpol. She must be working undercover to
The Contessa
expose
has crab
Rajan's
arms.
spice ring.
She's an arachnid.
Another Claw
That's
Gang
right.
member.
Crabs are just
Arpeggio
fucking
specializes in
seabed
exotic
arachnids.
technology.
Yeah. They're sea spiders. They don't make webs, but yeah, like, they're arachnids. Point being.
They also, yeah, they're arachnids. Calling them sea spiders is a bit far.
I mean, like crawfish are just sea scorpions without the stinger.
Carmelita's here too. She must be undercover with the Contessa to help bust Rajan.
Okay, so we got 2 Claw Gang members and 2 cops so far. Make that 3.
Leela, another officer undercover. Watch yourself, Sly. This party is crawling with cops. That's all the photos I need. Bring them back to the safe house and we'll start building a game plan.
That's it.
Thank you.
Stealing the Clockwork Wings in the middle of a crowded ballroom is going to take some serious misdirection. And the squad of undercover cops only makes things more complicated. Although, we might be able to use them to our advantage. But no matter what we do in the ballroom, sooner or later we'll need to deal with Rajan's security chopper. Murray can take it out with some of the local armaments, but he won't be able to get inside the palace until Sly lowers the drawbridge for him.
Ballroom dance party, lower the drawbridge.
I forget the evil elephant thing. I don't know what is with its eyes. It makes it look like a cyber elephant.
It's not even an evil elephant, it's just an elephant.
It's an evil elephant. I've seen Lord of the Rings, hun. I know that elephants are the work of pure evil.
God damn it.
What happened, Dylan?
No, just Raven. Fucking the elephants.
I forget. What was the name of the armies from the Eastern lands?
Just men
that
from the
joined-
east.
No, they had a name.
I don't remember.
The eastern hordes. It had unfortunate racial implications, that's all I know.
I don't know. I think I know what it is, but I want to know. Huh.
What?
Forgot that there was an army of dead.
That was kind of a big plot point.
It was.
I want you to understand, I have seen that movie exactly once and never read the books.
We should watch it again.
Hello, I'm here for the dance.
They're decent enough movies.
Huh? Sorry, sir, but we have a dress code. You got a tuxedo?
No.
Sorry, pal. No tux, no entry.
Why do they got a blue-collar American guy working in India
Somehow I
for
totally
the door?
overlooked the need for formal wear. That guy's not going to let you in without a tuxedo.
Don't beat yourself up, Bentley. At a party this ritzy, there has to be a spare penguin suit around here somewhere.
Try the guest house. Someone may have overpacked.
That's not overpacking, that's packing an extra set of clothes for emergencies, like a sane person.
Hey, I learned what they were called. The Easterlings.
That doesn't sound racist, that just sounds demeaning. On a general basis.
Yeah, that's just generally demeaning, so, you know. Honestly, that's not the worst. Because I have heard significantly worse.
You didn't read the description of what they look like on the wiki.
Oh, dear. I don't think I do. I don't think I want to.
Yeah, no.
Okay, Bentley. I'm in position inside the guest house. Have any intel for me?
Well, I'd recommend searching all the rooms. It's statistically probable that each should hold at least one portion of a tuxedo.
What do I look for inside the rooms?
This isn't an exact science. Ransack the place until you find part of a tuxedo.
Any plan which involves ransacking is okay with me.
No time for subtlety, I guess.
Attention guards, this is Lord Rajan. The party here is in full swing and all visitors are now in the ballroom. Now, wait this for me.
The implications of just finding spare parts for tux are really funny to me. It's just one dude's like, oh, I've got a propensity for shitting myself or something. Better bring an extra set of
And it's
trousers
gonna
for
be
my tux.
everywhere, not just the pants.
No, it's just the pants for the one dude, and it's just the the coat for another. The
Person
undershirt
has a
for another
problem.
motherfucker.
Like, a couple people have problems spilling wine on themselves when they get a little tipsy. So they bring extra shirts. The other person has a propensity for dancing until his shoes wear out, so...
Another has a propensity for leaving their coat at the door. And they forget, it's like, oh,
And
well,
not
good thing
get-
I've got a
picking it up.
spare.
Now, when he said ransack, he fucking meant it. Just fucking wreck shit. It's somewhere around here. There we go.
The tuxedo jacket
As it
was
looks like a
inside
pantsuit.
a chair.
Nah, those are coattails. It just looks like it's got. It looks more like a jumpsuit. Yeah. Oh, hey, a big screen. Man, remember the days of CRT TVs?
Yeah,
Man,
CRT TV.
Huh?
cathode ray tube, the big tube TVs.
Radiation-powered televisions. Seriously, don't open, like, if the screen cracks on that thing, get rid of it. It will poison you.
I remember when I had a TV that was like 1/2 the size of my room. It just took so much space because it was so wide.
Yep.
Man, I remember LAN parties when you had to bring your own CRT. That
fuck
was some
that.
shit.
God.
I remember moving
Yeah.
a CRT up to my room in school. It was a like it had like a I want to say like an 80-inch screen. No, it wasn't that big. But it was the thing is it had a
I
decent
wanna
sized
ask,
screen.
did you have to take it upstairs?
Yes.
The triangle button
I'm
knocks
sorry.
guys up into the air.
It was
And the
me and my
square
brother.
button brings them
We did
down
this when we
hard.
were in middle school.
Oh,
I'm
lucky you.
so sorry
You
for
had
both of you.
someone to help you. My mom told me if I want the TV, I'll figure a way to bring it into my own room. I was 12.
That TV still works. I don't use it for
Oh, yeah.
anything anymore because nothing's compatible.
I mean,
with it
those
these days.
things.
Yeah.
Those things were built to last.
Uh huh.
They're also built like fucking trucks.
Oh yeah. Not like flat screens these days, so fucking thin that you could have a 10-year-old carry one by themselves.
Now, granted, at that point-
My sister carried the living room TV into, well, the living room.
Yeah. Now, if you're moving the TV out of the box, you have to be like, because they're so thin and light, you have to be careful not to warp the frame. Otherwise, you'll just shatter it.
Yeah, don't warp the frame, and like the new TVs, you bump them a little too hard, they'll break.
They look pretty. The little boy will look into.
Like there's like most TVs these days are flat screens. Well, they're all flat screens, but there are some flat screens that are even thinner. Like they're like, oh, how can we get these things even? And you know, with a number of them, I don't know if you really want them to be much thinner, because if they're much thinner, I think that they'll probably accidentally break if you just push one with your thumb too hard.
I'll breathe
Look,
on it. I
The
cough
TV,
too hard
the
in its general
TVs
direction.
just have anxiety, all right.
They got germophobia. You cough a little too hard and they'll
That's for hitting me. But yeah. Like, I remember this kid saw a CRT for the first time, and he said, "What is that box?" He thought it was some kind of fucked up microwave. Because as far as he
no,
knew,
I get it. I get it.
as far as he knew, TVs are supposed to be flat. He has never seen a TV that had a back that was more than a few inches.
I mean,
Fuck. How'd that work?
technically, if
How
you
did
think
that
about it, the CRT,
CRT.
I keep on slurring my words, but those technically do give off radiation similar to a microwave. So
You could certainly try. I just really wouldn't recommend it. I don't think your food would be safe for consumption at that point, but you could try.
It's an entirely different sort of radiation.
microwave radiation is the most palatable radiation for us mere humans.
I mean, it'll
Yes.
literally cook things.
It will still cook us. But that's why we don't use it on ourselves. We use it on our food.
Well, you can eat stuff that has been microwaved, and there will be the chance of it affecting you majorly is incredibly slim.
Yeah.
Well, to put it in perspective, it's microwave radiation doesn't leave other things radioactive.
It doesn't irradiate things.
I have 2 doors closed in between us, and my mom is like 3 rooms away, and I still have to mute.
I got goats and I got monkeys.
Now that's racist. That's an ibex.
Fine, goat deer hybrid.
An ibex is, I believe, closer to a deer.
Yeah, you called it a goat.
I'm sorry, it looked like a goat to me because it was short.
Horns.
Well, they all look like goats to me.
I mean, Okay, ibexes resemble deer more so in body type than horns, and if you just looked at the horns of an ibex, you could be like, all right, I could see that being some kind of goat. That's why I didn't question it the second, like when you said goat, and I was
Okay,
like,
there's a
look at
shirt.
those horns. Yeah, that
Did
makes
we?
sense.
I think we still need shoes. Did we already get shoes, or is it the tie we still need?
I don't fucking know.
You
Oh, well,
got
we
the
just need-
tie. You got the tie, the jacket, the shirt, and the gloves.
Yeah, you need shoes.
I can't see, camera.
Ah, camera enemy.
This is Rajad's room. Stay sharp. He's probably got extra security.
Man, I gotta say, like, when the party's over and people
So
come
this
back,
is Rajan's room, by the way.
yeah,
He
yeah.
just happens to have fucking tins full of dangerous cobras that are like 12 feet tall.
Not really tins, but bosses, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Now that you've got a complete tuxedo, the doorman will let you into the ballroom.
Man, people are gonna get back to their rooms and be like, who broke the fucking TVs?
I mean, hey, for the residents, it won't be their problem about their room.
Well, I
They
mean,
don't
in the
own
sense
this
that,
place.
like, man, I was like, man, I was
Wait,
gonna watch.
Rajan had a 12-foot tall cobra sitting right next to his bed.
He's got confidence.
Also, you can train cobras to
These
recognize
rhino
people as
move
friendly.
around very jerky.
Generally, like, snakes tend to get comfortable by smell, so if you've kept a snake for a long, long time, even if it is a pretty predatory one, and it's not hungry, like, it'll get used to you.
Well, it also has to deal with does the cobra believe it can eat you?
No, it did not. No, the thing with venomous snakes is it's not about whether or not it thinks it can eat you. The venom is for self-defense. If it thinks you're there to fuck with it, it will mess you up. It doesn't matter if it thinks it's gonna eat you or not.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, with a cobra, if you get used to it, like, if the cobra gets used to you, it is fine. A python, even if it gets used to you, it may just decide one day it's hungry. If you look small enough.
Yes. I won't. Yeah, I won't.
Generally,
fight you too much on that
person is
point, but-
too big for that.
Yes, but they aren't exactly the smartest at recognizing that, because there have been several cases of them trying to eat people, especially head down, and it doesn't work well for them.
Usually, you'd also
Because
have to
you
just
go
be
from-
sitting around for a little bit. Anyway,
Yeah. Anyway, we're not here for that.
yeah, we're not here to debate the
I mean,
how murderous or hungry snakes are.
although I will, as a last huzzah, I will throw in the fact that pit vipers are bastards.
Oh yes, there are some snakes that are just straight bastards.
Yeah, pit vipers are known to be aggressive. And rattlesnakes are actually a lot more chill than you think.
They can afford to be. They have the literal rattle saying, "Please leave
Yeah,
me
so-
alone."
Yes, so, like, literally, unless you hear that, you are fine.
Mm-hmm.
And the second you hear that, move in the exact opposite direction you were previously moving.
Says personal space, personal space, personal space. That's what that's about.
Like, alright, nope,
Exactly.
fuck it, I warned you. Chomp.
Real fast, just gonna get some water.
I love the image of the fucking. Just the mental image of a rattlesnake with, like, a little anxiety rattle. Like, no, stay.
Like, this is my safe space. You're getting in my safe space. then they hit, and then their anxiety hits critical mass, and they just scream and chomp.
It's grim.
Graham.
Rattlesnakes just going there like, please leave.
Damn, now I'm thinking of fucking madman that let a bunch of insects sting him.
Yeah, he does it for research. He's like which like he made his scale to say which are the worst things to be stung by.
You got your tuxedo now, sir?
Well, yeah, he went according to a
Of course I do.
pre-existing
I'm here to
scale
dance.
for the most part, a pre-existing
Then
list
come on
of
in.
least to worst of least painful to most painful, and gave like his
Your
actual
tuxedo disguise is working
thoughts and description on
perfectly.
what the pain will
No one
actually
will
feel like.
recognize you in that outfit. Now, during the heist, you'll need to dance with Carmelita to keep both her and the
There are
crowd
people
distracted.
who are
The only
dedicated
problem is,
to
she's
harming
picky about dance
themselves
partners, so you'll need to
in the
impress
name
her
of writing
first.
it down
All
for
right,
science.
I know just the girl for the job.
It calls white
Constable
people.
Neela, you look lovely
It's
this
not
evening.
just
Yeah,
white people.
he I mean, he was white.
Storm
I used
chasers.
to chase
No,
after
I
you
didn't.
back in the day.
Not all storm chasers are white people, but I know what you mean. But
No,
like,
a vast majority of them are.
I guarantee that we started it because those white people are
As
fucking
good as
stupid.
that sounds, how about a dance first?
Enchanté. Try to memorize the steps. Now your turn.
Neela looking at Sly as if she wanted to stab him.
why does Sly have a shit-eating grin?
It's just his face.
RCF, resting cocky face.
Are you using me to get a
I
lay
just
on
noticed
insides?
all the silhouettes
I
are
am.
the same.
Do you mind?
Not at all.
Yeah, each and every one.
What is this, Ruby Season 1?
What?
No, remember Ruby Season 1, the shadows were even some of the characters that were already there.
Like, all of the
Yeah, that's
silhouette
right.
people in the background, they're all one
They
person.
didn't have budget to flesh them out with actual like designs and models or anything. They just put shadows.
Delicious.
Reminds
I love
me
that.
of Ruby
That thought is funny.
Chibi went and made fun of it. Says,
Yeah, and then
have
they
you
meta-
guys
and then they meta
know
called them out for it.
like you guys seen those shadow people? Like, yeah, we don't talk about them. And how some of them look like us. And, like Ruby looks at a shadow person that is literally just her model.
Like Ruby staring at Shadow Ruby. It's like, who are you? I'm you.
No, like
but
Shadow Ruby
Shadow.
waved at her and Ruby went.
Yeah.
Lovely.
I just noticed the fucking cat statue in the background. That is gaudy as fuck.
That's what the wings
Thank
just
you.
bolted
That was
onto.
delightful.
Thank you, Constable.
That's the
Neela.
whole reason
After
we're
all,
here.
It takes two to tango.
Yes, and 3 is always a crowd. Neela, your friend here is quite an accomplished dancer. I tried to
Oh,
make him
Sly's
look good.
hair.
Please,
Oh,
Neela,
that looks
his
so
skills
terrible.
far surpass you.
Perhaps later you and I might share a dance,
Wow,
Miss...
Carmelita.
Miss Fox. Carmelita Fox. And I accept.
Why the fuck are you using your actual name? Fucking whatever.
Look, Carmelita is... She's a good shot. She's not smart.
There's some people who, when they assume different identities, they keep their first name and use a different last name. Simply because it's harder to learn. It's easier to change your last name because if you keep your first name, then you don't have to worry about responding, like whether or not you'll respond to the name. Though it's still like sometimes
Point.
sloppy. Because otherwise, like especially if it's for a short-term thing, when it's a long-term thing, they'll change their first name as well because they'll have the time to prep and do all these things in order to start responding to that other name. But if it's a short notice, short-term type deal, they'll probably keep the same first name because it's harder to spend all that time learning another name to respond to.
Point.
Now, see, here's the bit that gets me. Carmelita has exactly no excuse as to why she does not know that it's Sly, because Sly is actively wearing
His mask
to hide his face.
Well, he still wears his domino mask. It's just different shade.
Sly, Furry and I can't get
Yeah, but he
inside
has,
the palace
like,
unless
he
you
already
Raven, you're
wears
just
a
further
domino
supporting.
mask.
I'd love
You're
to,
just further
but
supporting
the
your
winch is
earlier
all
point
locked down.
of
You know
she
where I
is a
can
good
find Thieves?
shot,
Key guards have
but rock
recently
stupid.
taken up
Yeah.
Not rock stupid.
I mean, we've established before in other like freaking cartoon type deals. How is it that nobody ever recognizes a Robin? It's a domino mask. You can see every defining feature of the face.
Okay.
Except for the eyes.
My counterpoint to that is, oh wow, it was that one child's. It'll be so easy to point them out.
Honestly, no. Here's the
It's
deal.
not like billionaire Bruce Wayne, where everyone and their mother knows them.
Try ringing that gong and picking
That's
his
true.
pocket
No.
when he
See, here's the
returns
thing,
to
though.
home.
Like
This
little
particular-
Tommy from
No,
local
no,
high
no.
school.
Here's
Ugh.
here's the one that I mean. Stephanie Brown didn't recognize Tim Drake initially. Someone she went to school with.
Okay. My caveat to that is Stephanie is stupid. She chose the name Spoiler.
Why did he come over here?
Because he heard the sound of the monkey. And that was the closest way to get to there.
But anyway, cartoon logic.
Look, anyone who willingly chooses the name Spoiler and thinks it sounds cool.
Nah, she only chose it in
automatically-
relation to her father. The
Yeah.
Clue Master. Now, if you're wondering who the fuck is Clue Master, he's a second-rate Riddler copycat. No, excuse me, third-rate.
E tier, got it.
Yeah.
Alright, are we talking E+ tier where he's almost...
He is beneath notice. What happened was he had a huge plan and was doing stuff, and the thing was because he's such a low tier, Batman did not know anything about it because he's like, who?
Like, who?
And it
Who the
was
fuck is- Who the fuck is this?
And literally his daughter had to go and foil his plans by solving his fucking riddle bullshit and leaving it around and for the cops. And that's why she called herself Spoiler, by giving away the actual answers to his riddles.
Honestly,
and
there's
shit.
a bunch of villains that applies to, though. Fucking Calendar Man.
Clock King. Now, I will say, one good storyline I remember was Batman Eternal, where
Clock King is a character.
Yeah, so what happens is in Batman Eternal, there's just this huge conspiracy that's going around, and it's making Batman's life hell. And he's like, how am I, what the fuck? I can't, and he couldn't figure out for the life of him who was behind it. He literally went through almost the entire list of A-lister rogues and couldn't figure out who was behind it. And at the end of the thing, it's just, fucking Clue Master shows up and says, none of them were, it was me! And Batman's like, who are you? He's like, fuck you, I'm the Clue Master! Like, I've never heard of you.
Oh,
It says you punched my teeth in 2.5 years ago. I
Need
That
to
did.
be a
sounds
little
like
more
me.
specific.
Just- like that sounds like something that probably happened, but I don't remember.
It's like that. It's like that. That response. I don't remember who it was. Maybe Skeletor. It's like, do you have any idea how little that narrows it down?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, that was from Batman Beyond.
That was Batman Beyond. I forget the name of
Yeah.
the character.
Yeah.
But
Fuck
yeah,
this
you're
character.
right.
Like, you killed my father. Do you have any idea how exactly
little.
little that narrows it down?
Yeah.
Reminds me of reminds me of how in that one Star Wars comic he says, "Who are you?" Vader says that to Luke, because he doesn't know who Luke is at this point. And Luke goes, "You killed my father." And he says, "You'll have to be more specific, boy. I've killed a great many fathers." But yeah.
Oh, Dylan, if you want to know, like, the true epitome of E-tier, Condiment King. That is a real villain.
I always love the ones where, like, but yeah, Batman Eternal was actually like, it was. I'll admit, it was a storyline that went on too long because it got so annoying. Where it's like, it must be this villain behind it. No, it's not them. They did that for like, that was like a year-long storyline. They had some great moments and they had some bad moments. Like, I mean, it's a year-long storyline. Not every arc is gonna be a banger, but the reveal that it was a D-lister that Batman just didn't fucking know who he was. That was great.
Was that the Clue Master one?
Yeah, that was the Clue Master one. That was New 52's version of Clue Master. Who in all versions is a guy who wanted recognition and was kind of a bastard for it and attempted to kill his own daughter.
Yeah,
Let's
don't like that.
see.
Well, he attempted to kill his own daughter after his daughter started acting as a vigilante to stop his plans. Before he was just content to beat her.
Ah, yes, because it's so much better.
Yeah. Anyways, that's some information on Stephanie Brown if you guys don't know.
Yeah, a character that has done nothing with no one.
I mean, she still picked the name Spoiler. I don't care what kind of
Well, she was in it.
good reasons she had.
Well, hey, you know, there's been worse names. Raven, remember what the name that Tim Drake chose for a little while?
We don't talk about that.
No. Speak it.
Look, in canon, they are like, we don't talk about that.
In canon, people give him shit for it, Dylan. Like, for a few months, some writer decided, no, Tim Drake's no longer Robin or Red Robin. He's the Drake. And so people go like, he's like go back to the Red Robin.
The Drake, and he had like this ugly brown outfit that made him look like a duck.
Stupid. Like, but yeah, like people are giving him shit for it. He says, "Hey there, Red Robin." He says, "Yeah, so back to that, yeah." Like, so what really caused you to stop being the Drake? Because everybody told you it was stupid when you decided to choose it. Says, so I don't buy that. Like, you just suddenly decided to go back. It says, Stephanie eventually got to me. Oh, really? Did she?
If I remember correctly, like, he said in canon, like, my family told me that I didn't need to redefine myself. I'm fine just the way I am. That and Stephanie said she would leave me.
Lol.
I mean, he ended up leaving Stephanie.
Yeah.
but for different reasons. Not like any petty or like bad breakup reason. Oh, we're over here talking about fucking Batman instead of this game.
Oh,
I
please,
mean,
you
nothing's
can
really
muscle memory
happening
this.
right now.
We're just collecting keys and stuff.
It's like when you were going around in any of the Arkham games, you're just running around doing busybody shit.
I wonder if I should go through those again at some point. Not anytime soon, but maybe.
Not, you're gonna have to wait till like 2024 for that. You have other games.
Best Arkham story was Arkham Origins. Don't at me.
Thanks, Sly. Now Murray and I can
The others had
access
stronger
the
gameplay, but that one had the best story. Period. All right, let's get Murray.
Fucking...
Origins
What was the really What was the really stupid one that had the fun gameplay?
That was Knight.
Yeah.
Knight was
Right.
really stupid. It was super fun, but Jesus Christ, it was dumb.
I still remember the level of sheer exasperation I had
just
when I
saw
saw Joker pop back up on screen. I'm
Possibly a
like, oh,
contender for the
God.
worst D tier villain ever.
Go
That's
on.
a list, huh?
Beard Hunter.
Beard Hunter?
He looks like Eddie Brock wearing orange spandex with a skull on his chest. With yellow gloves.
Remember, a character is only a D or E tier if when you hear their name you go, oh!
The original Beard Hunter is utterly useless. No special abilities, no skills, just a man and his hatred of people with beards. He can't grow one himself, so he resents all the people who can. In Doom Patrol, he was given the ability to being able to track people after tasting their beards.
This sounds like some version of incel.
Yeah, a really, really sad, pathetic version.
Could have just called him Chad Hunter.
Chad Hunter.
Fucking okay, no, but see that's just hearing that they gave him the ability to track people whose beards he tasted reminds me of a fucking almost one-off character from Hunter x Hunter. If you managed to taste your hair, you could figure out a bunch of shit about you, like how good your physique was and everything. Which is infinitely more useful than just being able to track somebody.
Oh, yeah, inverted controls. But hey, I can use R1 to shoot. Oh, hey, I can use the right stick to aim if I want to. No, oh, just left and right.
Wait, you have to use two different sticks to control looking?
No, I can do all directions with just the left stick. Just but right stick only lets me do left and right, which is
What? That doesn't make sense.
I don't know. Well, you know, Sucker Punch doesn't make shooters, and thank God they don't.
Did their rockets cancel each other out?
They might have. I hate the spinny shit! Ah! And it overheated!
I remember now distinctly these were your favorite sections, Alex.
I know you're using favorite, ironically.
Congrats, Alex. You got it down to half health. Oh, a little lower. Oh yeah, that's a quarter. Screw the rocket ship, just cancel each other out.
Those ones did too. Shit.
The furry triumphant!
Good work. The sky's all clear.
Yeah, that was terrible.
So, like, just nobody in the party noticed that a chopper went down? Like, nobody heard a... Oh, God!
All right, boys, we are ready for the next phase. My plan to get at the clockwork wings requires the use of the electric winch above the ballroom. To get control over the device, I'll need to hack the computers in Rajan's boardroom. Plus, we'll need an extra strong
We're using that heart. We're using that cart, making heavy use of that cartoon hand waving
I'll need
shit.
Sly to
Yeah.
steal
You did,
gems
Raven?
off the headdresses on Rajan's prize elephants. And finally, I'll take to the field
What happened,
with my
Raven?
remote
That's,
control helicopter and nullify the palace's surface-to-air
Oh, I need to know. I don't care if you have to send it to
That should
Discord or
clear
something. I gotta
things up
know.
for the heist.
Whatever that is.
I want you to read this. I want you to read that name.
Bat Hombre. Oh, no! Okay, let's also loot, though.
What?
Okay, let's,
Who the fuck is that?
Luis Peraldo became the Batman of South America, but little did Batman know and Robin know that Bat Hombre was working for a crime cartel.
Why they do this? Alright, let's get a look at the landscape. We've got 2 Sly jobs and 1 Bentley job.
Wait, what?
What?
Oh, this is super lame. The onomatopoeia.
Is that a...
That's a villain name?
Yes.
God.
He wears a trench coat with a black mask that has a orange target on it.
I'm trying to...
And he only speaks in onomatopoeias like click, pow, thud.
They just made up shit. Some days, huh?
Who is coming up with these?
We need to find a way to get
His
Rajan's
victim
out of their
his
pen.
victims are
I don't know,
superheroes
Ben.
that have
It's
no
pretty heavy. Maybe I
superpowers.
can crawl on that
That is
hole
the
and
most
access to find an
specific
alternate-
list.
They just went and made villains out of words. They said, what's a word? What's a word? Yellow man. Okay, so yellow man. What's his power? He uses the power of yellow. Okay,
They're now
to do what?
outside.
Throw things. Cool. What's his weakness?
So,
Green.
Sinestro.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at, hun.
Wow, you sure look spooked.
A job well done, Sly. Now comes the hard part. I need you to snatch the headdress jewels worn by both elephants. The jewels are firmly embedded, so keep whacking at them with your cane to knock one loose.
I'll need to make use of the rooftops to get to one of the elephants' backs, but it shouldn't be a problem.
The fucking writing on this is fantastic.
What is?
Johnny Karaoke, which I believe must be the original inspiration for Johnny Charisma from Arkham Knight. This short-lived character could probably do a really kicking rendition of Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi. There's nothing exceptionally amazing about this villain. He sings into his cane a lot, and he's really good at staying dead since he only appeared in 2 issues of Batman after being shot in the head by Russian gangsters.
I don't know what I just heard, and I don't want clarification. I'm happy not knowing.
You got all the
That's
jewels
totally
on that
fine.
elephant. Now focus on the other one.
Oh, this... Wow, they just made, like, some of the worst characters ever.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty bad when you have a villain named after a fucking... When you have a villain named Onomatopoeia, and that's all that he... That's the only method of communication they have, is communicating by that, and it's real stupid.
Alright, question, hun.
Mm-hmm.
Are any of these stupider than Joker's daughter?
Dwella Dent?
Yes.
I mean, I wouldn't mind if there was a good story with Dwella Dent in there.
There only
Wait,
never is.
Joker had a kid?
No,
No.
it's
And
Harvey
that's what
Dent's
makes that
kid.
name stupid.
What the fuck? Fuck it, I just don't want to know.
What's worse is she wore a version of Joker's skinned face over her face as a mask.
That was due to New 52 because Joker wore people's faces in New 52. It was dumb. Nobody liked it.
What the fuck?
New 52 had a lot of problems.
No shit.
One of the, like, there were some stupid reconceptions of certain Batman, and like just a lot of things. One of them being like they decided we need to change up Joker and Mr. Freeze. Joker was just dumb. Mr. Freeze was offensive.
That's it. With these jewels, I can make it.
I gotta hear that one.
Radial saw for the
So there's still the whole thing with Nora being frozen in ice and everything, but the whole deal was that Nora was never Mr. Freeze's wife. Instead, she was just some frozen woman that Mr. Freeze got all obsessed with and decided he loved her. Because that was a thing that needed to happen. Oh yeah, and I think at one point she got unfrozen and cured and became a villain in her own right. That was some weird shit.
Yeah, she became
that
a
was
fire
dumb.
villain.
It was dumb.
Oh my god.
New 52 ended, though. That's fun. That's good.
Yeah, if I remember,
Replaced
it
with
didn't last very
DC.
long.
It went from 2011 to about 2016.
Too long.
Was replaced with DC Rebirth, and the comic that opens DC Rebirth basically said the New 52 sucked. There was it was trying too hard to be edgy. The only difference they say, what's the main difference between DC with New 52 and DC Rebirth in this new version? It says the universe of New 52 is falling apart because of the injection of one thing, hope, and that's what makes Rebirth better. And you know what? I'll fucking take it. Hope and optimism. Oh shit, I forgot the other job, didn't I? Ah, fuck. This is what happens when you're not paying attention to what you're doing.
gun animation is funny.
Yep.
Bentley, what's your status?
I'm in position with the RC chopper. All systems are go to neutralize their surface-to-air defenses. We're going to need free reign of the sky during the heist.
Well, be careful. Chopper parts aren't cheap.
Hostile has been sighted.
Hey, Bentley, use the left analog stick to steer the chopper and hit the X button to drop bombs. If you lose track of the Jeep, I'll project a holographic targeting arrow. Follow it back into the action.
God, this is terrible.
Not great.
Launching missiles. Turn hard to dodge them.
This looks fantastic.
Nice
Eh,
flying, partner. That Jeep's
that wasn't
out of
too
commission
hard.
And we'll have clear skies for the heist.
Yeah, but it hurt my soul because that looked like it controlled terribly.
I mean, it didn't control well, but I've had things that controlled worse.
I'd rather drive around in a Warthog. I have fun with a Warthog. I
Okay,
have
yeah.
fun doing stupid shit with a Warthog.
Warthog's a car that'll roll
Don't wanna
over
let you look at the group chat.
6 times and still land on its wheels and then explode.
God, I see the name of the JPEG and I'm already entertained. You look so dumb.
That's the
Of course
Conduit
it's a
King.
white
I've never
dude.
seen a picture of him.
Of course he's a fucking white dude. He would be. It's great.
He has a pickle head.
Oh my god.
This is.
I think perhaps my favorite series of images is Condiment King saying, "I will relish this day as the day I defeated," and Batman then punches him in the face and goes, "Never again do that."
It reminds me of
Fuck
one
you,
where
Batman. That
where
was a
Batman
funny
runs
pun.
into a room and a woman says, "Prepare to be cut down to size, Batman, by the carpenter!" And she's got a little buzzsaw and he goes, "Seriously?" And then she looks off to the side, kind of like ashamed of herself, and then he just walks off and she's handcuffed and she's hanging her head.
He sassed her to submission.
I love the implication that she handcuffed herself out of shame.
Murray's rotund features prevent him from fitting through the drain pipe, so we'll teach
I deserve to go to jail for that.
I've heard through a reliable source that the guards keep the vault combination written beneath one of their break.
Bentley, why are your
So, you
eyebrows?
want me to
Why do
crawl
they
under
look like
each till I find
sponges?
That's the idea.
You know, I thought they looked like quartz growing up, but yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one who thinks that his eyebrows look a little weird.
You're having a lot of these things that you have yet to sell.
Oh, the last time I was in the I sold a bunch of them. Silver medal. Okay, so there's supposedly
This
combinations
table
under one
doesn't
of
have
these
the code. This is it.
Okay.
Now,
Luckily, I don't
find
actually have to
code
memorize that
into
whole
the
fucking
vault's
code.
laser door entrance. Nice work. Make your way to the security lockdown switch and let in me and Murray.
Thanks for breaking us in, pal. The Murray approves.
Let's get down to brass tacks. I need to hack both the vault room computers to get control of the electronic winch above the ballroom.
So what are me and Sly here?
Okay,
The second
this
I
this
enter
version
their
of Murray is
servers, they'll be
cool,
on to
but
us.
referring to yourself
You
in the
guys
third
need to work
person is
together
never
to keep
cool.
the thugs off my back.
Well,
It's memeable.
it's what it
Side
appears
by
to be
side.
is he's overcompensating for the fact that he used to be weak, so he's doing this whole tough guy persona.
Okay,
It's as much
I'm
to
in.
convince himself as it is
Hacking
others.
the level 6
Yeah.
barrier.
One thing that I won't tell you when, but later on he stops doing it. Like he still refers to himself sort of as the Murray as a character, but you see that he's less into putting on this really strong guy voice. It's still the same voice, but it's less like
Almost there.
bass in it. Like he's no longer trying to sound
Moving
tough.
on to the level 5 system.
Yes, but just referring to yourself in the third person always makes you sound rock fucking stupid to me.
Well, remember, this is a guy who reads comic books and he's into pro wrestling type stuff. Like he's doing it like he's a pro wrestler. It's a whole thing. He's having fun with it. That's the idea. And you know, considering this is a cartoon kids game, I'm fine with it.
Okay, I'm close.
I mean, I didn't say I was going to hate on it.
Mhm.
I just
Again, I'm not saying you're wrong either.
Is Bentley dead?
Nah, he's fine.
His health bar is incredibly low.
See, that's because I was doing bad things
Almost got it.
and not paying attention at the right time.
Okay, going for level 3.
Shit. Damn, Sly can't rely on you for anything.
nope.
I'm so close. Yes! Headed for level 2. Almost have it. Going for level 1 access.
How did we go from level 3 to level 1? It
It's
seems like a
down.
downgrade.
When he started at level 5 access.
This is tense. I can taste it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the DEFCON system works the same way. DEFCON 5 is the least alert, and DEFCON 1 is max alert.
I've got control of the winch. Thanks for the backup.
Yeah, we
guys.
also...
No problem.
That
Me
doesn't
and the
mean
big
that
guy
it's
had
a
it
good
covered.
system. We also operated off of that fucking asinine color
Get out of
system.
here while the
That
coast
was
is
also
clear.
dumb, yes. We are at threat
I'm
level
gonna-
yellow. Is that bad?
You know it's bad when you're trying to warn people and people go, what is that?
Okay, synchronize
Yeah.
your watches. This heist is going to take extreme
Like,
precision.
counting down with
Here's
the
the
DEFCON
plan.
numbers, I can at
I'll
least
start
follow
things
that.
off by demolishing the palace's main bridge. That should cut off reinforcements from the guest house and hopefully distract the ballroom guards standing watch over
level
the clockwork
purple.
wings. Sly will then take Carmelita
Yeah, see?
up on her offer for a dance, and while the crowd is transfixed by their
Red
tango,
level chartreuse.
Murray will lower into the ballroom on the electronic winch. Once down, he'll cut the wings free and then winch back up for an exit. Murray should then make his way out of the palace. I'll cover his exit with the RC chopper. Once he's past the drawbridge, we're home free.
So that level periwinkle. Like Jimmy's eyes.
I like how you decided to do like the Fable 3 way. Ah, Jimmy's got periwinkle eyes, like a beautiful summer morning star. That's not him. Bentley again.
God.
All right, let's get this started.
Okay, Bentley. Murray and I are moving into position. You still think you can demolish something that large?
It doesn't take an engineer to figure out how to blow up a bridge.
Well, it does
I'll
do it
start by
safely.
placing charges on all of the lower cleats. Once the structure destabilizes, those retainer rings on the upper cleats should pop right off.
Alex,
That should
you're
enable me to
asking
bomb
for them
all
to
of
do
the
something
upper
safely
cleats,
when Bentley,
will bring it all
not 15
crashing
minutes
down.
ago,
Just
took
watch
a
your head
mini
when that thing
drone
gets
and was
unstable.
dropping bombs in the
We
middle
need
of a
that brain
street.
of yours in one piece.
So what kind of explosive are you using, Bentley? C4? No, I'm using ammonium nitrate. What?
I need to bomb all of the lower cleats before
Burns
I can
hot.
take out any of the ones
It's
up
not
here.
that it burns hot, it's that it goes boom. Oh, I gotta go on the lower level first, right?
That's one.
Oh, I heard
the bridge is
phosphorus.
starting to crumble. Better watch out for falling stones.
Yeah, ammonium nitrate is some gnarly shit.
Just 2 more cleats down here. That's it for the lower section.
It's also known as fertilizer. And that is why when you go to, if you go to buy a little more than you would a single bag, like you would need to,
You get put on a
like
list.
to put on your lawn, you get a nice little visit from the ATF.
Three more to go. Just 2 cleats left.
And then I want them to come visit
One
me
more
as I'm
cleat and this
spreading it
bridge
in my
is going
yard.
down.
Like, I want them to watch what I'm doing.
Okay,
Like, hey,
slide,
so
the
we
bridge is
saw that
down.
you sometime, like,
I'll
some
warm
very
up the
short time
van
ago,
and
bought a
get
bunch
ready
of
for the RC
ammonium
chopper.
nitrate. You want to
Good
explain
luck.
to us what that's about? Well,
Typically,
you can
depending
see,
on where
I'm
you live, like
fertilizing
if you
shit.
live on a decent like acre of land,
Destroyed. Took all the
they
manpower you need.
like they can just research that and go, okay.
It's like if you buy enough for like if you
Murray,
buy 2
you in
bags,
position?
they're not gonna necessarily care. But if you like
It
buy
looks like
enough
Bentley's
for
little
an
distraction's
industrial
in
farm
place.
and you live in
Initiate
LA,
phase
you're
2.
gonna get some
I'll take care of
visitors.
Carmelita and the crowd. You handle
Yeah,
the
you're
heavy
gonna
lifting.
raise some questions. You're gonna raise some questions and some big old flags.
Miss Fox, I believe you owe me a dance.
About time. I thought you had left.
Just waiting for the perfect moment.
The fact that Carmelita does not know this is Sly.
See, there's 2 possible reasons. A, cartoon hand wavium,
Ah, press the wrong button.
or B, she's just playing along with it for the con.
You look familiar to me. Are you in law
But
enforcement?
I doubt
Oh
that.
no,
I
she
often
finds
deal with
out
police
later
while
and
on
she
the
gets
job.
upset.
I think she's trying to
Upset
avoid.
at who?
I'm guessing she's trying to avoid racial profiling every raccoon she meets.
No, because she's done such a grand job of that so far.
Ooh.
I remember
That is one wing.
distinctly.
And 2.
I remember distinctly that while I was playing this at my aunt and uncle's house, they were like, they constantly refer to Sly as either just a raccoon or ringtail. Like, why don't they call him any other kind of variation of raccoon? And I'm like, well, what? And he said, just like saying coo. And he stopped himself immediately. And like, you know what? I figured out why.
You know what? I think I figured it out. Never mind.
Almost said a racial slur.
I am pleased with the fact that he caught it right before it finished coming out. He's like, you know what? Never mind.
Oh, wait, nope, never mind.
What's your name?
Figured it out.
No, I don't understand.
The wings! What happened to the clockwork wings?
What? How? Who could have? What? Cooper!
Acting!
Murray, I'll cover your escape with the RC chopper. Let me worry about the guards. You just keep moving.
These things are heavy!
Shit. Come on!
This thing does not control well.
I love how you have not actually played it.
Because I look at it and I feel this thing slipping around like an oiled, like a greased up slip and slide.
Sometimes you can look at something and you be like, oh no. And then there's some games that look totally fine when you look at somebody else playing them, and the other person goes, no, I'm making it look better than it is.
Not far to go!
Like, no, I'm just so proficient at it that it looks fine.
Like, anytime you see somebody play, like, Sonic 06, and if you look at Sonic 06 and somebody's playing it and it doesn't look terrible, that's somebody who's just really good at that game.
That game is jerky as hell.
Like, if you see somebody playing Sonic 06 and it just looks like any other Sonic Adventure game, you're looking at somebody who has mastered that game to make it look like a normal Sonic game.
After the gang and I got away with the clockwork wings, Carmelita blew her cover and started making arrests left and right. With his reputation in shambles, Rajan was forced to flee from his own party. He's now in hiding, somewhere deep in the jungle. The gang and I took a break and headed for Bollywood. It took some doing, but we eventually snuck Murray onto the set of a full-blown Indian musical. I was happy the guys got to unwind, but Rajan
Indian
was
musicals
still
are
out there.
fun.
And
I've
somehow,
seen some of their, like,
knew
whole
things were
musical
about to get
numbers. Those are
tough.
amazing.
Oh, yeah, no, I thoroughly enjoy it.
I am
that style.
honestly, quite frankly, disappointed in Western filmmaking for not doing stuff like that sometimes.
You look at that shit and go, yeah, too much effort. Like, that sounds like coward bitch talk to me.
It took some detective work, but the gang and I managed to track down where Rajan had gone into hiding. Somehow, he'd managed to transform a long-forgotten temple into the thriving center of his spice operation, and it's there where we'll find him. The jungle, too thick to drive through, forced us to walk the long distance to our target. We ran into a few problems along the way, but pushed on. For the temple was more than just Rajan's hideout. It was also home to the Clockwork Heart. A pump so strong and tireless, it could increase spice production tenfold. Good for Rajan, but awful for the rest of the world. Hope he's not counting on that heart too much, because tonight, it comes home with me.
Okay, from here on out, every sort of villains thing will be a two-parter. They will have like 2 levels to them.
It is honestly a shame that Dimitri did not get a two-parter.
Yeah.
Lol.
I adore Jean Bisson only because he's basically Yosemite Sam as a fucking bison.
And also Canadian. But
Like
yes, Raven
every
is right.
minute that you hear him, like you just expect him to call Sly a blasted varmint.
Just be careful. If you get hurt, the nearest hospital is 106 miles from here. According to my map of the area, there should be a hidden passage into the temple behind that waterfall.
Nice work, Bentley. I'll take a hidden passage over the front door.
Is it
anytime.
really a hidden passage if it's on a map?
Bingo, you found the spice-growing facility. Now, from what I know of photosynthesis, all the expensive equipment should be found at the top of this room. That access tube should get you up there.
All right, I'll head for the top.
That's right, I need to sell stuff. Looks like none of them know how to swim.
I want you to know that canonically, Sly Cooper has never killed a single person intentionally.
What makes you say that?
According to the comic books.
How do we know that?
There's a point where he says, I have never tried to intentionally kill somebody, but this is a start.
Okay.
I've never
then.
intentionally killed anyone. Clockwork has entered the chat.
Some of the vines around here are
Well,
really
Clockwork
slippery.
doesn't count
Jump
because
and hit the
Clockwork is a
circle
weird
button to
metal
go for a
eldritch
ride.
horror.
All those goons who worked for Mugshot and Pandan King,
They got knocked out.
who got shot by a fucking turret, have
Here we
entered the
go.
chat.
Time for a
They
few
got
recon
knocked
photos.
out, hun. It's fine.
Looks like half of the heart is being used to super irrigate the spice plants. Check it out. Rajan's carrying half the clockwork heart on that stick. That crane is keeping half of the heart suspended. There's the entrance to this level, only I can't figure out how to get in here from the temple's exterior. Bring those photos back to the safe house. We'll really need to think about this one.
I like how Bentley says we.
The Clockwork Heart is under some steep security.
Lol.
Heck, Rajan is carrying half of it at all times. To get at the goods, I'll need to gather some more information. Sly will plant a bug in Rajan's office, while I lift the spice operation blueprints off the Spice Lord while he makes his rounds. Unfortunately,
Why would a
while
caterpillar
we're
matter?
collecting intelligence on him, he'll be collecting data on
No,
us
hunt a
with an
cicada.
elephant-driven satellite array. Take it out, or he'll be able to intercept all of our communications.
Okay, 2 jobs for Sly and 1 for Bentley.
Rajan is able to monitor all of our communications out here with that elephant-driven satellite array.
That's pretty grim. You got a plan for shutting it down?
Don't I always? Now, the local spice plants are illegal for good reason. Eat too many, and you'll go into a fit of uncontrolled rage.
Keep that stuff away from Murray.
They're uppers.
Oh, wait, I get it. I put some spice plants in the elephant's feed bag. He chows down, gets all crazy, and then presto! The satellite's in pieces.
A crude interpretation of the plan, but accurate. The trick here is harvesting the spice plants. You'll have to do some serious climbing, as they only grow high up in the jungle canopy.
Ooh, I had a little bit of stutter there with PlayStation Now. You know, cloud gaming's imperfect, but so far, both PlayStation Now and Nintendo's cloud gaming service are more stable than Stadia.
Because Stadia was a joke from the get-go.
No, see, Dylan, jokes were meant to be funny.
You know what? You got a point.
Oh no, what could have happened? Why does Sly need to give each and every one of them a smell before he pockets it?
No idea.
Think he's just trying to get a little buzz? You know, the Sly franchise is a franchise I wouldn't mind to see coming back.
Never gonna happen again.
But it is hard for me to, at the same time, it is hard for me to know what kind of version of that I'd be fine with, considering that the series does cap off with a pretty nice, neat little ending.
And then they continued.
No, then then Sony hired another studio to make the next game.
Yeah, but it still continued on.
From what I heard, the next game was pretty solid. Though people had mixed feelings on the story.
You heard better than I did.
Lol.
I heard people say that the gameplay was some of the worst in the franchise, even including Thieves Raccoonus, and that the story was absolutely terrible and ruined it.
Holy fuck.
Damn.
However, I've learned to not to take stock in what some gamers say half the time, because I saw people who decided that Sonic the Hedgehog was ruined when they gave him green eyes.
Okay,
Not even as a
you're
metric
dealing
of the passage of time of when you can
you're
mark when
dealing
they...
with the Sonic fandom there. Any opinion coming out of the Sonic fandom needs to be taken with a mountain of salt. Shut the fuck up.
I'm not even gonna argue with you. You're right.
Yeah, but see, I read what happened from people who like it and don't like it. Oh no, it's bad.
It is one of those games where when you look at it, looking at the gameplay doesn't look too bad. So I'm assuming it's a control thing, an actual thing of like when you have it in your hands. It's something that you can feel when you're holding it. As I've mentioned with my whole problem between how I say Fable 2 is good and Fable 3 sucks, even though if you are a person who hasn't played either game and you look at the gameplay of both, you're gonna be like, what's the difference here? Like, it's an entirely in a once you hold it in your hands, you know, type of situation.
Sayonara, satellite array.
That guy just got pushed aside. Okay. Oh no. Okay, up there. Damn it.
Well,
Do I need a parachute or some shit? What the fuck? No, I see. Gotta go from the hideout. Let me see if I can't buy a paraglider or anything yet. Nope, not available. Okay. Alright then. Looks like we're walking. And down.
Sly, the insect in that pool is a rare Indian water bug. If you can carry it into Rajan's office, its wings will transmit local sound waves at a frequency I can monitor.
Let me get this straight. We're gonna bug Rajan's office with a bug?
It is an elegant plan, I agree. Now pay attention. That water bug can only survive in stagnant pools. If kept out of water too long, it'll become unhappy and likely draw the attention of local guards.
Looks like there's a few pools along the way to Rajan's office. A short swim every now and then should keep our little friend quiet.
Okay, so that's where we want to go.
So, the idea that it has to be stagnant water is interesting to me.
Bugs like stagnant water.
Bugs love stagnant
Bugs
water.
just like stagnant,
Fish
dank
not.
ass water. It's perfect for like laying eggs in or some bullshit, you know?
No, because bugs don't live by water here.
You say that, and I immediately feel like you're lying.
Dylan, it's fucking Wisconsin. It's too cold. They live in the trees.
You would detest anything. You would not be able to live anywhere further south than the halfway point of the continental U.S. The mosquitoes alone would turn you into a husk.
Oh no,
Feast on your
bug!
soul.
I didn't bother looking at what the group was. Okay. Let me see, are there any... And I didn't even get the thing that I was going for. I can't even put him in this water. Oh, okay. Can't jump up there that way. Okay, got him. Where are these guys spawning in from? Oh, shit, that's not even it either. Hang on. Let me find a route first. Ooh, PlayStation now. Weird.
Well,
It was over there just stuttering.
Excellent. I've already tuned into the bug's wing vibrations. I'm a genius.
Cool.
So what happens when the bug just stops vibrating?
I don't know.
Have you ever met bugs? They love vibrating.
They do.
Do it all day.
I haven't had the chance to meet one.
I talked to one on my day off. It said, you know what I like to do? Vibrate. When I'm not eating, I'm vibrating.
Likes to sit there and vibe.
I mean, I know a couple of pests. I'm in a stream with one of them.
Ha. Ha ha ha. Ah. Okay, Bentley time. After I sell these.
You have yet to buy a single thing.
No, I bought Fists of Flame for Murray.
A single thing.
Ow! Hell of an alarm clock.
I expected, Rajan is out for his daily tour of the operation. My sources claim he always carries 3 blueprints on him, which, when read together, tell you everything about his spice operation.
Too bad he doesn't have that section of the
See,
clockwork
keeping all
part
3 of them on
during the
him are a
recon.
bad idea.
You could just pump him full of sleep darts and we could all go home.
Unfortunately, my sleep darts aren't powerful enough to affect Rajan.
What? How are you gonna get at those blueprints?
Rajan has an insatiable appetite for Indian watermelons, which, if eaten whole, will force even him to nod off for a while. Once he's asleep, I'll creep in and lift the blueprints.
Well, that's fine and all, but how do you plan on luring him over to the watermelons?
I've equipped my sleep darts with a sonic disruptor. The strange sounds they make should be enough to lead the ever-curious Rajan from place to place.
The concept of just this tiger sees a watermelon and with no self-control just decides eat the whole fucking thing in one gulp.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Where's Rashawn?
Where'd you put him?
Also, the fact that he keeps hearing just little pings on the floor, what should essentially sound like darts hitting rock and cobblestone. And his first instinct is to not run away in fear.
Nope. He's curious. Apparently might as well be using a laser pointer.
Hun, isn't there a statement about curiosity killing a cat?
You think that stops cats from doing things?
Oh, he has to go around.
Okay, I gotta get up there now. The way Rajan will just go and let himself get fucked up on fucking watermelon. Like, you ever have a food that you just like have a weakness for and will just eat whole in such a ill-advised manner that you're like, now I gotta pass out. I'm pretty sure we all got one.
I've got some bad news.
Raven,
Rajan
Dylan,
has gone into hiding somewhere in the temple.
guys.
I guess the destruction of his
Hi.
satellite array
Yeah.
and
No,
my
I can do this, I
invasion
forgot
of
it.
his personal space to get the blueprints.
Do you have a
spooked him.
food that you just
To get his portion
eat
of the
wild
clockwork
abandon
cart,
and
we'll need to
probably
drive him
until the
out
point where
into
you
the
just
open.
pass out,
Given
gonna have to pass
Rajan's
out because you
spice-addled temper,
ate so much?
I'd recommend making him angry.
Nope.
First, we'll destroy the center of his operation,
so.
the spice grinder.
I feel like we've all got a
Then
food
we'll
that's like, oh
demolish
my
the
god,
dam
that's my
above
shit,
the
and then you just
temple
eat
in
it and it's
an
like,
attempt
I'm
to
going to bed
flood
now.
him If that doesn't work,
Nope.
I've made arrangements to exchange one of the
I have to be
temple's
hungry.
facade rubies
Like, really
for
hungry.
some
I
highly
have
just
food that I eat
inhale
to
food.
excess that
necessary,
causes
we can
pain,
use to flood the whole
Like
but I
bacon?
don't have food that causes sleep.
If my psychological
Raven.
profile
Like that
is
time you
accurate,
ate
Rajan
47
should
pieces
pick
of
up the other
bacon?
half of the clockwork
It
heart
wasn't
before making his
47.
escape,
Maybe, I don't know, I lost count after 30.
bringing it to us.
When you're like, you're like, that guy stopped you and you said, what? I like bacon. He said, you like breathing?
Look, it's their fault for giving me all that bacon thinking I wouldn't eat it.
Okay, 2, 3 slide jobs.
What, you gonna put 30 pieces of bacon on my plate and you expect me to not eat it?
No, they didn't put 30 pieces of bacon on your plate. They said, hey, we've got 30 pieces of bacon left. Does anybody want some? And you said, I'll take all of it.
No.
Yeah,
No.
no.
That's not how that went. That's not how that went.
That's
They
what you
asked
told me.
No, that is not how that went. I went to my job because I knew that they had bacon and eggs that day and I didn't feel like making breakfast. They were about to throw it away and the person who was getting rid of it said, how much of it do you want? And I said, I'll take all of it. And she thought I was joking, decided to just put it on there because she apparently expected me to just toss it away whatever I didn't eat. Which I didn't stutter. I said all of it.
Okay. Still your fault.
Yeah, it's still entirely
Did I
your fault,
say it
Raven.
wasn't my fault? Point
Yes.
to my statement where I said it was not my fault.
You made the conscious decision to consume every single piece of that bacon.
Yeah, I
then
never
when
claimed
you-
I didn't.
And then when you came online later, like, oh my god, my chest hurts. I'm like, what happened? I ate 47 pieces. I'm like, what the fuck did you think was gonna happen?
Like, why the fuck did you... like, what else did you expect?
It was delicious.
I love you, sweetie. I really do.
And I remember distinctly for like a week straight I had intense chest pains. And when they finally died down, Alex asked me, so you're never going to do that again, right? And I said, if I get a chance.
He's like, I may be stupid, but I'll certainly do it again.
Motherfucker, why can't I get up there?
No, Dylan, the statement goes, I may be stupid. And that's the end of it.
Okay, I gotta figure a way up.
Like now, I may realize that that was a bad decision. However, I may also be stupid.
That was a dumb decision, but... whatever doesn't kill you the first time.
Listen, there's an old saying. That which doesn't kill you usually succeeds in a second attempt.
I like those odds. Those seem like real gambling odds to me.
And didn't we establish that both you and I are bad gamblers and also would have gambling problems?
I don't remember making this claim.
No, what happened was we spent too much money on loot boxes, and then after trying to get stupid skins from Overwatch, and then
See,
after a while we went,
That's
okay,
not
I
the
think we have a
same,
problem.
Because Loot
That is
boxes
exactly
are
the same!
No. Loot boxes are a chance of getting nothing. I have a tangible benefit here. I have tangible bacon.
Ruby of Rajan's for a local crime ring. In exchange for the goods, they'll set us up with a cherry
The
bomb
bacon is
500
in my
for the
hands.
heist.
It is
A cherry
in
bomb
my mouth
500.
and stomach.
That's a
I
lot.
have a
Trust
tangible
me,
reward
we'll need
here.
it. To get that ruby free from its moorings, you might have to whack it a few times with your cane.
I'm on it.
That's Alex.
Murray, you're on. Sly's
I-
got the ruby loose, and now we need your muscle to get it to the buyers.
Muscle on the way.
Dylan,
Uh-huh.
your partner's gonna die. From dumb decisions. That they know are dumb going in.
Alex, I have this, while not to quite the same likelihood, I can say the same about you.
Yes. Yes.
Your friend
But-
has an 80% likelihood of dying from decisions that they knew full well were very
No,
dumb
see,
from the
here's the
get-go.
thing. I make dumb decisions, but I don't make dumb life-threatening decisions.
I
That's
don't
the
believe
difference.
you.
Okay. What was my dumb life-threatening
Okay.
decision?
Okay, fine. Amendment.
Okay,
I
hun,
don't believe you
just
wouldn't.
because you haven't explained any dumb life-threatening decisions does not mean they don't exist.
Yeah, just because you haven't
Murray,
outed
you can
yourself
pick up a
doesn't
ruby
mean you
with your
haven't
stomp
done it.
move. Despite its size, that rock is really fragile.
Like,
Bentley will
by
run
that
in
logic,
and
just
push it.
because
You're safe
I
to throw
never
the ruby
claimed
onto.
to be a
Use
felon
them
does
when this
not
operation's
means that I have
closed.
never committed a felony ever in my life.
Head out to our rendezvous near the waterfall.
Have you committed a felony?
No, never. See? It never happened.
God, I'm glad that in Slide 3 they made it so you can jump with shit in your hands.
How weird and egotistical does Sly have to be that, like, all of the gang's, like, calling card shit is his
Super branded.
family's
He is
stuff?
near flawless. I'll recommend to my superiors that we purchase it. Take it to our buyer and complete the contract.
Oh my gosh, Alex. Murray has become onomatopoeia man.
Oh my god. Okay, and up we go. And bop, bop.
I must say, the Cooper gang certainly lives up to its reputation. This is a true Indian treasure. We will honor the bargain and provide a cherry bomb 500 at the time the turtle requested.
Alright, back to the hideout.
Oh, by the way, I looked it up. Tigers are not omnivores. So, Zhang is going to be in a lot of pain afterwards.
Oh yeah, no. Cats are... Basically every cat out there is a obligate carnivore. They can eat a number of plants. They shouldn't. It's also why cats really like catnip, even though they were probably shouldn't eat
They serve their master well.
Rashawn's holed up in his temple. Got any ideas to force him out of hiding?
My research indicates that tigers have an aversion to water. By destroying that dam, the temple...
Tigers are literally one of the only cats that like swimming.
But I don't think your bombs are strong enough to do the job.
You're correct. Fortunately, while monitoring the bug in Rajan's office, I overheard that a new autopilot attack helicopter had just arrived. It's sitting inside this bug.
Stay sharp.
Those tigers, with their huge aversion to water.
Tigers?
Yeah, my research says tigers are have an aversion to water. I'm like, they're literally the only cats that will voluntarily swim. I'm not saying that they necessarily like love swimming, but of the general cats, they're kind of the ones that are least bothered by it. Ah, shit. That one was the right cat. Come on. Cut. Jesus Christ. This guy's got more helicopters than the U.S. Army SOAR Regiment. Seriously, why are you even bothering hiding out in the jungle when you've got this many attack helicopters?
Yeah.
Nice shooting, Bentley. Hope Rajan knows how to swim.
A piece of the dam struck the chopper. It's
How?
down.
No, really, how? We were nowhere near it.
Oof. Ow. Ah. Oof. Oh.
I don't know.
Oh, well.
I
Bentley
feel like
back to
they
the safe
needed a
house.
reason to bring the chopper down.
Alright. Get Bentley back to the safe house and do the next two slide jobs. Oh, so the quality of life thing they do in the next game, Dylan, is give everybody the ability to I don't want to say pickpocket, but get the special items from guards.
Yeah.
Just as a normal
And they
ability.
all do so in a way that is true to their character.
Yeah. Sly has his normal pickpocket. Bentley has a magnet on a fishing rod.
And Murray just shakes a bitch.
Yeah, he picks them up and he shakes them like a school bully. Also, in Slight 3, Murray gets the ability to run and jump while carrying things above his head. Which, thank God, because it's annoying not being able to do that in this game.
Oh, no. I'm not looking forward to Sly 3. I remember now one of the characters is kind of vaguely racist.
There's a couple of things in the Sly trilogy that just would not fly today.
Cooper.
Yeah.
we meet again.
I mean, it's an
Constable
old game
Mila.
series.
Thanks for not ratting me
Ain't
out
that
after the ball.
old?
I should be thanking you. The look on
Sure.
Carmelita's face was priceless.
She took
This
it
game
hard
came out in
No one likes to have
2004.
their affections played with.
I know I certainly don't. Look, Mila, as soon as this India job is over, why don't you and I go out on the town? We'll dance through Bollywood and eat curry all night long.
I'll keep it in mind. But first, the task at hand. I've learned of a secret entrance.
There's an
leading
Indian
to the
restaurant
top
in
of
my
the
town
Clockwork
that
Park.
my mother is obsessed
Legally,
with.
I can't enter
The food's really, really, really good, but I
once.
just don't like
But now a
eating
thief like
Indians
you.
super a lot.
Like me,
But
can
I
go
remember
wherever
I
he
used to
pleases.
work
I
in
read
that
you.
part of
Don't
town.
fall behind
So
while I lead
every
you to the
day
entrance.
that I
This
would
place
get
is
off work,
thick
my
with
mom would
guards,
call
and
me
some
and
silky
say,
and
"Hey,
weaker."
on your way
I hear
home,
that, sister.
can you pick up some Indian food?" And I'd be like, "Ma, you realize that at this point, this Indian place is taking a reliable percentage of my paycheck every month."
Did it taste good, though?
Oh, it was fantastic. It's just that, after, at some point, eating Indian 3 times a week is just a bit much.
I don't know. There's a pretty big variety of Indian food.
Oh, there is, but I mean, when you eat it 3 times a week for a year,
Yeah, at that point you've explored all your options and done them at least four times over.
it's good stuff. It's really, really good stuff. In fact, I've only had the chance to eat eat food from that place once since the pandemic started, and I'll be honest, I'm kind of craving their curry again. But it is a thing of
more curry.
But it is a thing of I can only eat so much Indian in such a short amount of time. I mean, she started to get that way when I was eating from this one Chinese place that's down the street from our house once every 2 weeks since it opened, because it's a really good Chinese place. Motherfucker, Sly.
This is it. And remember, if push comes to shove, I never showed you this door.
And
we're on for that date in Bollywood.
I hope Carmelita doesn't get jealous.
there it is, just like Neela said.
In order to lower the clockwork heart, you'll need access to that control box. But it's locked down tight.
Oh, I'm sure these guards won't mind if I borrow their keys.
I feel like if they're aware that you were borrowing them, they would. But they're not, so they won't.
Hey, Tim. Yeah, Tim, come here, come here. Do you mind if I just borrow this key here for just a mite second? Nah, yeah, appreciate it. I don't know why I gave Sly that voice.
I don't know why'd I give Edgeworth a New York accent that one time.
Well, then again, you were thinking that it was Dick, so.
Yank. Why did it explode? Oh well.
That's it. Half the clockwork, Heart. The spice won't be growing around here anytime soon.
Okay, one more job. One game series that I want to find, and I need to know if it's on PlayStation now or, you know, it probably isn't backwards compatible for the PlayStation 3 or whatever, PS4, excuse me. But Infamous, which was Sucker Punch's next series after Sly. Infamous was a fun series.
Seems like it.
And I gotta see if I can't find it anywhere.
You're near the spice grinding facility. However, the passage is blocked by those laser fences.
Infamous is on PlayStation now.
Using TNT to create
Is
those
it?
catacombs. Maybe I can borrow some to destroy the fences. You're the demolition.
I might do it then.
How am I supposed to use that stuff?
Oh, it's simple. Just jump in, walk the barrel to your target, jump out, and get clear of the blast radius. But be careful around floor lasers, Sly. The TNT barrels won't work on them.
Attention guards. Make sure all laser fences are operational.
And I'm talking specifically about Infamous 1 and 2, not Infamous Second Son.
Infamous 1 and 2 are on PlayStation now.
Okay, that's
As
good to
is
hear.
Infamous Festival of Blood.
Never heard of that one. Must be a DLC.
That is a DLC of 2. That is big enough to basically be its own game.
Interesting. Good to know. Good to know.
It's basically Cole McGrath suddenly not only has lightning powers, but also has to deal with Bloody Mary, who is a vampire.
That is something that would happen to him, yes.
And he becomes a vampire as well. Obviously not canon.
Cole McGrath has interesting weekends.
I'm within
Cole
visual range of
McGrath
the
sounds
spice
like a
garden.
fake name,
What's next?
though.
Rajan won't
You
come
haven't
out
met
hiding
some
while
people with
spice is still
southern
being
names.
manufactured. If we destroy the grinder,
Like, that sounds
we'll be out
like
of
Jack
business and
Quantum.
have
Hold
no
on.
way
That sounds like an
sticking around
action
the
name.
town.
That doesn't sound like a
Can
real
you do the world a
person.
favor and Rajan's force
What
out
is
into
the name
open?
again? Say it
Cole
clearly.
McGrath.
TNT down there. It's worth
Oh,
mentioning
okay.
that
Two,
guards won't
as
be
first
able
and
to
last
detect
name.
you
I was
if
thought you
stay
were.
still
For a
while
second, I
the
thought you were
TNT
saying
Did
that
you
as
think it
one
was
name.
all
I'm like,
one
what the
name?
fuck?
Explosive disguise.
For a second, yeah.
Cole
Because I
McGrath.
tuned in halfway. Come on.
Dylan has a problem with spacing out. I mean, I have that
I
same
do.
problem, but yeah.
That's actually no. You know what? I bet you like $50. You could probably find a World of Warcraft NPC.
named Cole McGrath.
Like all one word.
I guarantee you there is somebody in Georgia with the name Cole McGrath somewhere.
I mean,
Probably
honestly,
for some
it's been a
old
while.
money family.
It's been a while since I've lived in Georgia, so I couldn't tell you a whole bunch of names off the top of my head, but yeah, there's names like that.
Games we recommend for playing that are similar to Infamous. Catherine.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Now, I've played Catherine.
I've seen Catherine played. That's why I'm laughing.
That is not familiar at all. I guess it's because they're both technically platformers.
Yeah. Man.
Infamous's platforming is not the same at all to Catherine's platforming.
I'll say this about Infamous. Infamous was Sucker Punch liked its comic book style of cutscene and storytelling and everything. And at least with the first game, I don't know how much they kept up with this with future titles. They kept comic book cutscenes for Infamous, which really worked because Infamous was supposed to be like a superhero type game, or at least inspired by that kind of thing. I remember Infamous was one of the first real must-have PlayStation 3 titles for me. I don't know how people felt about Second Son. I wasn't really tuned in to the game, to the general games media on how people felt about that game. I was much more focused on college at the time. But I do remember Second Son had it had Troy Baker, Laura Bailey, what was it, Travis Willingham? All three of them in that game.
I heard Laura Bailey was the standout in that game.
She was really good. Laura Bailey's character got her own standalone expansion. You could buy the expansion without buying the rest of Second Son.
Partial flooding didn't work, so it's time to go the distance. Blowing up the temple's elephant mouth should turn this grotto into a swimming pool. I'll cover Murray from the chopper's gun turret while he pries the mouth open. Once that's done, Sly will need to walk the Cherry Bomb 500 into the throat. Then get to high ground as fast as you can. Rajan is sure to show up and be extra angry. Jump him, snag his half of the Clockwork Heart, and we're out of here.
I adore this plan. The plan is fuck him up.
All
right, we flush him out.
Nice, short, simple.
We flush him out, and when he shows his face, we show that wise guy a thing or two, eh? All right.
When he shows his fucking face, we erase his fucking face from existence.
Shows him how we does it in New York. Aren't we from Paris? We shows him how we does it in New York.
Then why the fuck did I bring this guillotine?
No. That can stay. I'll find the place for it.
Gonna mount the guillotine along. No, gonna mount his head on top of the guillotine.
Let's head out for the turret, Murray. All right, I'll set up shop here and
Oh,
provide
is
covering
Murray gonna get
fire
pushed?
while you try to pry open the elephant's
The
mouth
elephant's
for
mouth.
slime.
Check.
That's funny.
All right, let's do this.
Clear out those guards before you take a crack at opening the mouth. Nice work. Now put those muscles to the test and pry that thing open.
Jackass.
You got bop.
Alert! Temple facade under assault. Put down this attack.
Gadzooks! Rajan is
Gadzooks.
raining down a bunch of hunter-seeker bombs on Murray. He'll never be able to get that mouth open unless I destroy all of them.
You can't aim for the actual parachute. You have to hit the glowy bit.
Yep.
Yeah, having a parachute as a viable target would be too easy because it's too big.
I think my favorite bit about this is how you can see, like, just aiming the camera slightly up, you can see how they just pop into existence from nowhere.
Working on it.
Hit buttons
Yep.
fast to keep your strength up.
Yep.
Yes! The Murray's might and muscle triumphs again!
The mouth is open. You're all clear to bring in the Cherry Bomb 500.
I like that they kept the bass track. Little steps. Oh dear. There is nothing suspicious about the barrel. Please leave.
Lol.
Oh my god, he stops after every step.
Black clouds and thunderbolts! My spice temple! Ruin
warned. I will no longer hide while you villains destroy my hard-won empire. This place is mine. Here I am king. Come, face me, Cooper. With Clockwork's black heart, I will show you true power. You are nothing. Come face the might of Rajan, Lord of these hills.
Boy, when we try to tick someone off, we really do the job.
Yes, you do seem to have quite a talent for it.
Constable Neela, slumming it with the thieves again?
That man is an illegal spice trader. He should be brought to justice.
All I'm after is the clockwork part. You help me take him down, and the bust is all yours.
Just try to keep up.
Did he just...
Yeah, he's using the heart to cast lightning.
The fuck? When did it become a fucking... Whatever.
Uh-oh. Fuck.
Damn, now I have the strange urge to go fight Kieran.
Neela, now!
Sorry.
What are you doing?
Excuse me, his name is Kyron.
Fuck both of you, his name is Thunderhorse.
This is it? This is the Cooper
Thundercorn.
gang I've heard so much about and feared these long hours?
The Murray will renew your fear.
Who's the Murray? All I see is a fat, pathetic weakling.
I might be big and not as smart as the other guys, but one thing I'm not is weak.
Yeah, and it's hilarious because tigers will almost never fuck with a hippo. Nothing fucks with a hippo.
Hippos are fucked up.
Hippos are fucking mean bastards.
Defend your lord.
This camera, not great.
Yeah, this camera is not your friend.
It's... I've seen worse camera. I've played Dark Souls 1 and fought Capra Demon.
Not looking forward to that.
Ah, fuck. God.
Dylan, I want you to imagine.
Pathetic.
Imagine fighting a creature that can hop halfway through the fucking room in a tiny ass, like, closet hallway with 4 dogs that start the fight. That if 2 of them hit you, suddenly you lose half of your health because they have picked the status called bleed.
Dispatch this fool.
I don't like that.
Ah, I was right.
Like the worst part of the fight is the first 8 seconds. If you can survive that, the rest of the fight is nothing.
This guy just keeps hitting his own guys.
He also seems to have just an enormous health bar. Like,
yeah.
stupidly so.
Ah, shit, I backed up a little too far. Come on! How did I get swept up in that?
Lol.
Victory belongs
Hey, you got him.
to the Marine. Sly's gonna want this half of the
Did you see Sly just knocked out in the corner over there?
Happy day.
What? Neela? Throw down the ladder! Sly's hurt real bad! Can you hear me? I said Sly's hurt!
There they are, Contessa. Just as I promised. The Cooper gang and Rajan all incapacitated.
Excellent police work, Constable Neela. Carmelita's never been able to catch the Cooper gang. Yet you captured them in just a few short weeks.
Well, I never...
Really, Carmelita. Accept your defeat gracefully.
Actually, Contessa, there's a good reason Inspector Fox never caught the Cooper gang. She's been in league with them the whole time. Liar! Prove it! This is a photo of Carmelita dancing with Sly Cooper on the night the Clockwork Wings were stolen. But I didn't know I was dancing with Cooper.
Contessa was at that party!
Men, place Inspector Fox under arrest.
I'll get you, Neela. Don't think I won't.
Such a pity when an officer falls from the line.
Yes.
Men. There are only 3 of them there.
I can't believe it! That double-crossing cockney liar! Though statistically improbable, I had to face the facts. Neela had betrayed us, my teammates were captured, and I was all alone. While intellectually inferior, Sly and Murray had always been a rich source of sociological interest. The long walk out of the jungle gave me time to reflect, and with each passing step, my sense of isolation grew. Shockingly, my comrade's absence had a profound emotional effect on me. This was it. This was the true test of friendship. Upon reaching the van, my resolve was hardened. I had to save my friends. But first things first, I had to learn how to drive a stick shift.
So the next episode that we'll come to next week is Jailbreak. Actually, I just want to say next week. I mean, we'll do tomorrow, excuse me. Tomorrow morning.
I mean,
technically, that'll be
late.
the start of the new week, but yeah. But, yeah. Betrayed by Neela. The Cooper gang's behind bars. So I wonder what that means for Carmelita. Because, I mean, we kind of know what it means for Sly and Murray. I mean, they're criminals, they're in jail, but I mean, like... Carmelita, though. Anywho. Thank you all for coming. I hope you had a wonderful time. We will continue this tomorrow at 10 a.m. PDT, going to 1 p.m. PDT. Hope you have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you then. Good night.